Say hello. Hello. Hello, Mia. Hello, puppies. There they are. This used to be my sunroom. Now it's the puppy room. We're going to go outside today. So I'm going to take you out on the deck. And we're going to run down to the garden and deadhead some marigolds. So that's kind of what we're up to today. I haven't cleaned out here lately, so pardon the extreme mess. You can see that the dogs they've literally, look, you see he's going down the path. So they have like their little space right there, and then they stop right there and they dig holes and they do all kinds of fun things. But we're going to walk down to the garden. Susie's going to follow us. Hi, Susie. The garden was not successful except for the marigolds, which were awesome and abundant. Everything else was eaten by the groundhogs that we have here. Okay, so you can see what things are looking like right there. I'm going to pause and gather a few supplies, and then we'll be back. We are back, and what I'm going to do is just pluck the heads off here. You know, this is deadheading. Everybody knows how to do it. And you can tell when the plant is ready to let go. Now the one that I just pulled, she's not ready to let go yet. So let's okay, these are ready. And I've got a mason jar here in my hand. And we'll just these were absolutely beautiful until, like this past week, they got, you can see that they got chilled. See right there. That bloom got it. So I'm just kind of looking for pods that might be ready. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to make they look like tea bags, but we're going to put these marigold seeds in them. And it makes a really super cool, handy kind of gift for a gardener. I'm noticing here, you see these 3 right here, they're ready. It's surprising how many seeds are here. I'm not going to pluck all of them off because I want this area to reseed itself. And it will. Kind of amazing what happens. God knew what he was doing. First thing he made was a garden. This is what they looked like. The colors were just outstanding. Okay. I'm just kind of pulling the plants toward me. See, now that's still got color, and it's just not ready yet. You can always tell. That has color, just not ready yet. We have a great space for a garden, and Chris really worked so hard to make this space just beautiful. And okay, now look at that. See, this one has already come open and spread its seed, so that's very exciting. This one, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Marigolds having unique, very unique scent. You either really love it or you really don't. I'm kind of in the in-between category here. It doesn't really smell great. But, you know, that's okay. It kind of looks squishy, but I'm not sure. Like I said, these make really super cool gifts. So we've got a few in here. I'm going to move over to this plant. But now you can see that she really hung on a long time. She's still quite pretty. Still got some blooms going on. They won't last very much longer. But they are very pretty. Beautiful colors. You know, there's something intrinsically gorgeous about flowers even when they're dying. They're still really pretty. Alright guys, let's take what we have and I'm going to show you how to make these awesome little tea bags to store your seeds in, and you can jazz them up and make them into super cool gifts, especially for gardeners this time of year. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, we are back inside in the old art studios. Let's break apart our dried marigold seed pods that we gathered from the garden just a little while ago. You can see that one's kind of juicy, but you know what? When you pop it, oh, these seeds come out. And I love seeds like this because you can see what color, you know, they were. And the scent is just like overpowering. But it's also, you know, marigold is the scent that keeps a lot of insects at bay because they don't like the way things smell. And if you're exploring companion gardening, then you know the benefits of putting plants beside each other. You know, they have like a symbiotic sort of relationship. Also, I think that's so pretty. Don't you? Goodness, that's just beautiful. Nature. Gosh, you know, nature. It is amazing. All right. Let's dump these out. Now, I think we have a gracious plenty to stuff one of our text page tea bags. Now, this is a Nik the Booksmith idea, and I'll link Nik's video. Now, she really embellishes hers and does hers up, and they're so pretty. She even puts tags on them, but I needed something that would just work. And to me, you know, I didn't do much with this. You can do whatever you want. It's the beauty of art, isn't it? You can do whatever you want. All right, first thing that we're gonna do, I'm gonna tear the jagged, ragged edge off of this. I don't know where my scissors are at the moment. It's a nice day to be outside for just a bit. Tomorrow's high is going to be 50. It'll be a little bit chilly. All right, so you've got your paper. And depending on what size paper you have, just going to fold it just like that. You know, kind of overlap it. And you really do have to kind of eyeball this project because, again, you know, you're going to have different sizes of paper here. Then let's fold it in two. Don't score it too hard, because what you're going to do with that line that you kind of pushed right here is it is going to push back in to be the bottom of your tea bag. So there's that first line, okay? And then we're going to do this. Now when you get to this point, sometimes when I'm doing a bunch of these and I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention, I have an overlap up here. Just cut that off, you know, no problem. When you get to this point, you'll want to glue. And I've just got a Dick Blick glue stick here, so I'm gonna kind of smooth things down and take it apart. Use that to glue it back together. And there we go. Just like that. At this point, you'll want to fill your tea bag. So you've got a space here, and you have a space here. Just like that. It's wise to not overfill these things, because then it's kind of hard to fold them. Okay, so there we go. And I mean, what a super fun project if you've got old text pages laying about. And who doesn't? You know, you could even tie these, like put a little tie on them and put them on a Christmas tree. You know, fun. And I think what I did was I should have just written Marigold on here before I filled them, but I didn't. Let's do that now. Marigold. I'm just going to put 21 right there. I need to highlight that. So what's in the text page tea bag doesn't get the seeds, what's in here doesn't get mixed in with the rest of the text and get kind of buried and lost in there. So let's do this, Marigold 21. Like I said, they grew beautifully. They sure were nice to see. Now at the top, we're just going to fold these parts down. Same thing over here. Fold in and fold in, just like that. Get it as even as you can. Mine are super rustic because I can't make anything even. At this point, you can like make a hole right here. You could use a crocodile and make a hole and then put in like some twine or something like that. Let's do that. That sounds like a fun idea. Let me grab my crocodile. And I do think I have some twine over here. Might even be something from the garden that I didn't use. There it is. Or something that I pulled off of something else. Don't like to be wasteful. I was thinking about my grandma the other day, you know, with my dad unwell. I was thinking about how my grandma would not let us throw wrapping paper away at Christmas or our birthday. Basically, you had to very carefully, you know, there was no tearing into gifts. You had to really be careful and unwrap the gift as carefully as possible. You know, try to not tear the paper. The second you were finished unwrapping the parcel, my grandma would grab the paper and she would like fold it back up and she'd tuck it into, you know, her purse or a box or whatever. If you were at her house, you know, she always had like a Christmas box and it was full of paper that she had used for the past 10 years. But if you were at your house, you know, and she gave you your present at your house, then, you know, she would get that paper and she would wrap it all back up and she'd stick it in her purse. And, you know, I was just thinking about that the other day. My dad likes to collect things, and I was thinking, you know, it's a very Depression era sort of project, isn't it? Okay, guys, we have done. I hope you enjoyed the trip to the garden and the trip outside and the state of the doggies and the state of the day. It's always kind of a joy to do something a little different. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am linking Nik's original tutorial about how to make tea bag text page tea bags in the description box below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for listening to my wild stories, and I'll talk to you soon.